Yo, we finally got the pink headband back. Yeah, let's go. All right, man, we got the BMF belt on the line. This is the only real belt that matters in the sport, the badass belt. So Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, huh? Poirier's retirement fight, man. It still hasn't completely processed that this is his retirement fight, but it low-key hurts my heart, you know what I mean? Like, even now just thinking about it. But like I said, officially his retirement fight. Am I saying there's a chance we see him back? Yeah, I think we're gonna see him on the White House card, dude. Anyways, let's get into the breakdown of this fight. A lot of people have been saying, dude, Poirier's gonna win this shit, man. They're acting like real hardcores and shit, when all they're basing it off is who won their last two. Really, bro? That's like saying, oh, Max is 0-2 against Volk, so he's gonna lose the third. Dude, Max could be the first fighter in history to go 0-3 twice. He's already the only fighter around to have gone 0-3 once. You know, the other couple times this happened was back in the caveman days, so who really cares? But luckily for him, this is gonna be the one that he absolutely dominates him. 6 fights later, he finally breaks that streak. I mean, he's just gonna completely outclass Poirier, man. I already made a vid on this back in the day. It was announced. Happens to be one of my most popular vids, as you can see. Look, man, there's very few fighters that can actually jump up weight, or weights in this case, and actually have some success there because of them carrying some serious power in their hands. But back in the day when Max fought Dustin the second time at lightweight, I mean, he just wasn't a threat to Poirier, man. He just sort of had those pitter-patter shots, and when Dustin was landing, it cracked him, dude. Things are different now, though. Holloway has really put on some mass, and he has developed some serious power in his old age as well. Poirier, on the other hand, he does seem to be slowing down a tad bit. He also seemed to have lost that snap in his shots. Like, he has a lot of thud, don't get me wrong, like, he has a lot of, like, you know what I mean, but he just doesn't have that snap that can put people out cold, that sting. I actually think this is a really good decision from Poirier to retire at this time in his career. Now against lightweight Holloway, yeah, I don't know, man. It could be a bad one for him. I can see this going to a brutal concussive decision, both of them getting pieced up for 25 minutes. And I can also see Max finishing Poirier by TKO. If it goes to decision, we could see a point to the center, last 10 seconds, like, moment. And honestly, I think that Dustin could be the one who initiates that shit. Now, the only thing I'm a tad bit worried about is Max's chin after that Ilya KO. Like, when an unbreakable chin like Max's gets cracked, I mean, you never know how he comes out the next time, man. But if I have to make a pick here, I don't think anyone's gonna get knocked out. I think it's gonna go to a decision. They raise each other's hands at the end and shit, eventually being a 49-46 decision to Max. Max will implement a lot of teeps and a lot of leg kicks as well. I know he's known as the best boxer or whatever. Like, they forgot about Poirier, they forgot about JD. Yeah, there's a lot of people that they just kind of swept under the rug, but this was back in the day anyways. But yeah, man, his kicking game is hella underrated. Now I will say this is gonna be one of the fights of the year. Poirier, knowing it'll be his last dance, like he says, he's gonna go all in, man. He's gonna be extremely compromised physically after this one. We're gonna see him giving his little sad speech for the Octagon interview. We're all gonna shed a tear, man, and I'm gonna have to make sure the lights off if there's people around. Can't blow my cover, you know what I mean? Then they'll play a little montage, a tribute video on the big screen. It'll be an emotional moment for Poirier, all of that. Holloway will be raising Poirier's hand and getting the crowd going and shit. He'll be like, come on, yeah. We'll be watching diamond edits all night long. No, but for real though, man, yeah, I wish you happy retirement. Enjoy your time with your family until you're back for the White House card. Fucking legend of the sport, man. A little bit cocky at times, a little bit arrogant and all that, yeah. But still, man, puts on some legendary badass fights. Great role model for the dude as well, so I have nothing but respect. The kids can look up to him and shit, you know what I mean? He's not like some kind of degenerate. But yeah, like I said, I think we'll see him back. Anyways, man, to summarize everything, I think Max is going to be too quick, too slick, too powerful for Poirier. It's going to be very damage-inducing for both fighters. They both going to look like they skydived without parachutes. But Max gets the better of him significantly, winning a 49-46 decision. Most of the rounds leaning heavily in favor of Holloway. Anyways, that's it for this one, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, yeah.